Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes on the first day of spring. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon. And if you're thinking spring, you're thinking about gardening and planting and landscaping, and Omni's got everything you need from that respect. So give them a call or head over there, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 631-756-1125 is the phone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. Just want to let you know, if on my YouTube channel, if you go to the community tab, you will find the latest website posts and other weather analysis, and you're able to comment on that, and I will respond. Usually try to respond on the same day. But just to let you know, just go to the community tab and you'll find more weather analysis there. And of course, you can find even more on my Patreon platform, which is patreon.com/meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Okay, let's move on to today and the week ahead. We had a cold front move through last night. Some areas of the Northeast experiencing some strong thunderstorms and the occasional severe thunderstorm in the mix. So that's all passed on by. There's not a whole lot happening other than the fact that we do have a lot of red flag warnings from western Texas on northward through the plains because of the very dry conditions there, and some wind issues in the southwest. But this month has been somewhat lacking in terms of major weather systems. This week's going to change that just a little bit. We are going to see a very busy week severe weather-wise, particularly across the southern U.S., and we want to give you a heads up on that. At least for today, there's not a whole lot happening from the standpoint of severe weather across the country. But the South is going to see some rather interesting severe weather prospects this week. So for today, it's in southeastern Florida that we see a risk for severe weather. Now for tomorrow, this has been advertised in the long range here from the Storm Prediction Center. I have to give them big kudos because they've been talking about this for the last week plus. But we already have an enhanced risk being indicated for southeastern Texas with a marginal risk extending well to the north and west and also into central Louisiana. But it's Tuesday into Wednesday that looks to be even more robust as far as severe weather is concerned. The Storm Prediction Center has already put a moderate risk for severe weather in parts of southeastern Louisiana and southern Mississippi. So that's pretty gutsy from this point. And I think what we're seeing with respect to the next storm system that's headed our way for us during the middle part of this week, that this is certainly justified. And after that, we already have a day 4 indication of slight risk along the coastal southeast and on up into the southern portions of the mid-Atlantic states. So severe weather, I think, is going to be front and center for the eastern U.S., the southern U.S. This coming week. In the meantime, you can see on the satellite loop, it's pretty quiet. We've got a little wave going out to our south and east on the old cold front that went through yesterday. The upper trough is represented by the clouds that you see in the eastern lakes in western Pennsylvania and western New York. That will come through this evening. There might be a brief scattered rain shower or two with that. I think the vast majority of you won't see that. Otherwise, we're looking at sunshine mixed with clouds today and temperatures that will be generally in the 50s to maybe a few warm spots heading to near 60. Out in the Rockies, you're already beginning to see the next round of energy that's going to set off that severe weather risk that we talked about. As far as the radar is concerned, we're seeing a little bit of instability, precipitation with the upper trough that's swinging through the lakes. We'll watch that as it moves eastward. There are also some showers offshore, but from southern New England down into Virginia and North Carolina, and even further south than that, the radars are quiet this morning as of 8 a.m. And you also can see the activity that's going on out to the west. So let's look at the week ahead, and it's really all about a strong upper trough that'll be swinging eastward. But in the eastern part of the United States, we've got some time. So we're going to see here is our upper trough that comes through this evening that we mentioned that might trigger off an evening brief scattered shower. Monday looks fine, 50s to near 60. There'll be another weak weather system. I think all that does is produce some clouds. Tuesday looks good. We'll be in a ridge position, and then notice that there's this very deep upper low that drops down into the middle Mississippi Valley. This is a very strong trough that is going to be the part of the mechanism that triggers off all the severe weather that we're seeing this week. And that just kind of moves along. So that looks like it's going to bring some rain here along about later Wednesday into Thursday. If we switch over to the surface map, you'll see this pretty well showing up on the GFS here. So we're fine up until about later Wednesday. Then we're probably going to get some rain into Wednesday night into Thursday. I'm going on the idea that we'll see improving weather conditions for later Thursday and Friday. The GFS model wants to bring a second wave up with some rain for Thursday into Thursday evening. I'm not so sure whether that's going to happen or not, so I'm going to leave it out for now, and then we'll finish off the week nice and dry. And then one last thing, just take a look here from the standpoint of development. This is Monday night in East Texas and western Louisiana. And then we have early Tuesday morning. There's going to be a lot of severe thunderstorm and tornado activity from this Monday and Tuesday across the western and central Gulf states. And then eventually we'll probably see it move into the southeastern part of the U.S. Weather in 5 is brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon. 631-756-1125 is the phone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. There's no Joe and Joe show today. We did one yesterday, so we're going to be off today, and we will be back tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Time. That's why I did Weather in 5 so early today. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Happy first day of spring, and we'll see you tomorrow.